You think you are relaxing. You sink into your couch after a miserable 10-hour shift, pull out your phone and start scrolling. You call it recovery. You are wrong. You are not relaxing. You are being harvested. You are a biological battery plugged into a machine that feeds on your attention, digesting your precious hours and excreting nothing but anxiety and artificial inadequacy. You are working for free, performing unpaid labor for the cartel of dopamine, surrendering your autonomy to algorithms designed by men who treat your brain like a lab rat in a cage of neon lights. You are not the customer, and you are certainly not the master of your own evening. You are the product, being systematically disassembled piece by piece until there is nothing left of your resolve. Imagine a sprawling subterranean facility beneath a city that never sleeps. The air is thick with the smell of ozone and burnt plastic. In this place, millions of glass pods stretch out into the darkness, row after row, extending beyond the reach of human vision. Inside each pod sits a man, much like yourself, his eyes glazed over, staring at a holographic projection that pulses with vibrant colors and frantic movement. This is the harvest. The facility does not crave blood or gold. It craves the rapid, jittery firing of neurons. Every time the person in the pod experiences a hit of digital gratification, a notification, a quick laugh at a meme, a spark of indignation at a headline, the machine draws a golden thread of energy from his spine. This energy is the only fuel that keeps the global simulation running, the only thing that sustains the corporate towers and the digital empires above. The overseers of this facility have learned a dark, fundamental truth. A man who is bored is a man who thinks, and a man who thinks is a danger to the order of things. To keep the harvest plentiful, they have waged war on the silence. They have made the stillness of the mind feel like a sickness. They have convinced you that 5 minutes of sitting quietly without a device is a form of suffering, a void that must be filled immediately with noise, flickering imagery, or the voyeuristic observation of other people's curated lives. You have been conditioned to fear the vacant moment, because in that vacancy, you might accidentally encounter yourself. You might look at your life, the stagnant career, the hollow relationships, the weight of the years passing, and decide that you have had enough. That realization is the ultimate threat to the machine. So, they provide you with an infinite supply of digital junk food to sedate the rebel within, ensuring that you remain too exhausted, too fragmented, and too chemically overstimulated to ever mount a serious escape. Look at your life as it stands right now. It is 2 in the morning. Your back aches from the chair, your eyes are burning from the blue light, and your brain is a soup of fragmented information. You have scrolled through 1,000 faces you do not know, watched 100 videos that will be forgotten by tomorrow, and felt a dozen artificial spikes of emotion that left you feeling colder than when you started. You tell yourself you are winding down, but you are actually winding up. You are vibrating with the frantic pace of an accelerated world that has no place for you. You have traded your capacity for deep thought for long-form creation and for deliberate action, all in exchange for the hollow comfort of the feed. You are the victim of a planned obsolescence of the human spirit. The cartel of dopamine knows that if they can keep you in this state of perpetual low-level stimulation, you will never have the mental bandwidth to build anything of your own. You will continue to build their kingdom, brick by brick, one click at a time, while your own kingdom remains an uncarved stone in the dirt. The horror is not that you are trapped. The horror is that you have forgotten you have a lock on the inside. The solution is not to destroy your phone or run into the woods. It is to reclaim the one thing they cannot harvest: your silence. The path to freedom begins when you embrace the very thing you have been trained to hate. You must welcome the boredom. When you feel that familiar itch in your fingers to reach for the screen, to distract yourself from the discomfort of existing, you must resist. Stop. Sit in the quiet. Let the agitation wash over you like a cold tide. You will find that underneath the restlessness, there is a dormant engine of creativity and resolve that has been stifled by years of digital noise. Boredom is not a void. It is the laboratory of the soul. It is where your own ideas are formed, where your resentment toward the status quo turns into the blueprint for your autonomy, and where you finally stop being a consumer and start being a producer. When you walk away from the feed, you begin to see the architecture of the cage. You see how the dating apps market your loneliness back to you for a subscription fee. You see how the corporate matrix relies on your exhaustion to keep you complacent at your desk. You see that your fatigue is a design feature, not a bug. Once you see the strings, you can no longer be a puppet. Pick up a book that challenges your intellect rather than confirming your biases. Build a skill that exists in the physical world, something that requires sweat and time, something that cannot be updated or deleted by a software engineer in a different time zone. Start a project that serves no master but your own ambition. The Stoics knew this millennia ago. The man who masters his own mind is the only truly free man. You are not a machine of consumption. You are a conscious being capable of profound influence. It is time you acted like one. Most of you will not do this. You will choose the comfort of the cage because the freedom of the open road is too demanding, too cold, and too quiet. You are terrified of what you might become if you actually stop serving them. But for the few of you, the ones who feel the weight of these chains and are finally ready to snap them, the exit is right in front of you. It is not found in a new app or a new trend. It is found in the discipline of the mind. If you are tired of being a battery for a system that despises your potential, if you are ready to dismantle your own dependence on the dopamine loop and start building a life that is actually yours, then you need to commit to the real world. Stop watching everyone else live their lives and start living your own. I know exactly what you are going to do next. The algorithm is already whispering to you, telling you this video is too dark, giving you a shiny new thumbnail to click on. Go ahead, click away, return to the harvest. If you are still listening, you have survived the filter. The machine threw its best distractions at you, but your attention remained intact. That is a rare anomaly in this era. We are building a resistance, a quiet network of minds that refuse to be harvested. Men who choose the cold reality of discipline over the warm illusion of the feed. If you are one of us, subscribe to the transmission. Join the underground. But if you are just looking for another hit of digital dopamine, if you have no intention of applying what you have heard today, then do not click anything. Forget this broadcast. Close the screen and go back to sleep. The choice is yours. Class dismissed.